sino de pruebas. Entonces hemos propuesto tener una planificación particular para el test, que es la ejecución del test, un resumen de cada uno de los test realizados y una retroalimentación. La retroalimentación con los expertos es particularmente positiva, dado que nos puede proveer insights o datos más particulares de qué puede estar fallando, porque si el test o la prueba está mal, pues estaríamos sesgando cualquier tipo de desarrollo. The fifth step is the review. So the expert feedback will allow us to know more about what we do and if it is good or not, if it is better than other systems, and also will provide us the opportunity to show what we're doing to these participants. This will gather opportunities of visibilization of IEEE, visibilization of our own chapter, and for people to know more about drones in this particular field. The publication will do all that. We have presentations with the experts, and then we can publish the results that we gathered with them. Afterwards, the next iteration preview will be done from iteration 1 to iteration 2. So the second iteration won't have this third sub-step. This would allow us.
I have a quick question. Are you here still in phase 1 when you're talking about doing the testing and publications? Or are you talking about what you're going through now is taking us into phase 2 and phase 3?
Just phase 1.
Oh, just phase, okay. So we're going to be looking for publications in phase 1.
We refer to publications not as scientific publications, rather more like media publications. No scientific articles, rather just media articles.
Well, we can help you with publications with our quarterly presentation, QEB. So this is very good. You're thinking on the same lines. Very good.
Thank you. Yeah, actually, one of the ideas we're having right now is having scientific publications with one of the participants in sensor fusion. So that's one of the main articles. But we thought that maybe the scope is too big, so we didn't want to compromise it yet. Entonces, Mark pregunta que si esto es solamente de la fase 1 o de la fase 2 y 3, porque esta primera fase es de diseño, como mencioné al principio. Las siguientes fases ya son construcción y pruebas como tal por fuera del laboratorio. Esas ya vienen en el año 2 y 3, lo que estoy presentando es del primer año. Y particularmente pregunta si el tema de publicación tiene que ver con publicaciones científicas. Nosotros estaríamos haciendo publicaciones para medios, es decir, publicaciones en divulgación, exactamente. Y ya hay una oportunidad de hacer publicación científica, pero no la comprometemos porque pues, el alcance ya es bastante amplio. So after all, the first iteration, which is the subsystem component, as I was explaining, then goes to the second iteration, which is the subsystem. So pretty much it's repeating the previously mentioned steps. Again, refinement, doing the design, building it, testing it, and getting the review and the feedback. So each iteration will be 6 months for the first year. Entonces, como mencionaba, la primera iteración será para los componentes del subsistema, es decir, las partes más individuales, y luego se pasará a una segunda iteración que ya será con los subsistemas como tal. Cada una de estas iteraciones durará 6 meses, respectivamente, para sumar el año pues, de la primera fase de toda la iniciativa, que es la parte de diseño. Al finalizar, existirá un documento llamado PDF, o un Preliminary Design Review, ¿sí? Un diseño, una revisión de diseño preliminar. Entonces, existen varias metodologías, la más conocida es la de la NASA, pero existen varias metodologías para hacer este tipo de documentos. So, after these 2 iterations, we will have the PDR, Preliminary Design Review. So our work breakdown structure is a little bit synthesized here, and the proposal is quite longer. So after all, the design, we will talk about the first phase, which is design, the second phase, the second year that works with the integration, and the third year will be the environment testing. So particularly everything I've been talking about is from the first one, the design. So we decided to work a little bit like transversally in between all the subsystems. So every team will be working quite independently until we have to do some reviews, and then we will integrate between subsystems. So we will working with the platform, the sensor subsystem, the cybersecurity and data link, the sensor fusion, and the ground control and operation for this phase. And all these steps that we saw previously will be integrated within each one of these subsystems. Por mencionarles, aquí están las tres fases principales de esta iniciativa para los 3 años. La primera parte es la de diseño, la que les estaba comentando. La siguiente parte ya es de integración y la tercera parte es como tal las pruebas ya en vuelo, por fuera del laboratorio. Entonces, la primera fase estará comprendida por cada uno de los subsistemas, lo que es la plataforma, el subsistema de sensores o también la carga de sensores, el sensor payload. La tercera, la parte de ciberseguridad y enlace de datos. La cuarta, la parte de fusión de sensores. Y la quinta, lo que es la operación y control en tierra. Entonces, cada uno de los pasos que explicaba anteriormente van comprendidos dentro de estos elementos. Es decir, por cada uno de estos subsistemas, cada equipo tiene la autonomía para realizar su refinamiento, su revisión, su construcción, su testing, ¿sí? Y vamos integrando a través del camino. Existe un área particular que será la administrativa, en la cual pues, vamos a llevar todos los procesos de estos equipos. So particularly, after these 5 subsystems, we'll have 6th, which is not mentioned, which is the management. We will use it. Oh, the management is above. So we will use it to integrate during the time all the results from each team. So how are we gonna do this along the time? So I've been mentioning the 6 months. Mark mentioned about the 3 months, so each quarter of the year. So we're expressing here, just for this presentation, the quarterly project reports, and we're gonna show in according to time. So each quarter has monthly reports, particularly, but the first one is more focused, and that could be seen in the huge scale that we send in the proposal. That we have acquisitions at the first quarter, and first meeting with local experts and producers. So meetings with academy, meetings with the industry. Afterwards, the baseline design. So finishing this quarter, we will have this basic design model of each one of the subsystems and a baseline of the whole system. Then we have the QPR meeting. Each QPR has a QPR meeting and the report, virtually or in person. As an option. Los reportes mensuales van dirigidos justamente a las directivas de AESS. Entonces ya acordaremos con Mark y con Lorenzo como quién lo recibe y las fechas en particular. Professor German is asking who will receive the reports, the monthly reports.
We do.
So Mark will be.
Well, and a copy goes to the section.
Okay. Entonces los reportes que haríamos mensualmente se le darían a Mark y una copia sería entregada a la sección. So after the first quarter, which is acquisitions and these first meetings, it comes the second quarter, which is more international relationships. Some of our volunteers have previous relations with drones companies and drones institutes, like the Simvestab in Mexico, which is the translation would be like the Center of Research and Advanced Studies of Mexico. They have been working with drones for several years, and they have several processes of drones applied to agriculture. So they will be receiving us for this occasion. And there are also relationships with a sensor company called Sede in Ireland, which also works with Earth observation edge computing, and they have a high performance computing center where they train the models that are used within drones.
I remember from the information that you sent us, the person in Ireland is from Colombia to begin with. So he was educated here and went to Ireland?
Yeah. So Sebastian Cajas, which is, he's actually the founder of the chapter. He has been doing research in sensor fusion, in data science, and computer vision. So after his master's studies, he went to work in Ireland with this company, and he's the main contact to provide. And the QPR3 we have more national relations. So after we gathered all this knowledge from locals and international, we will consult the national context of drones in agriculture. So particularly we have visits to Senoa in Barranquilla, and we're also looking forward for some contributions in Medellin. And that are not mentioned in the proposal, but we're looking forward to join with that. And of course, we're talking about the subsystem assembly and the PDR first delivery. So we're gonna do a first delivery of the PDR and ending the part 3. And if it is allowed for us to have a refinement of that PDR until we complete the year.
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you.